Hello and welcome to the Amazon Web Services Certified Solutions Architect Associate course. I am sure that you searched for the Amazon Web Services Certified Solutions Architect and you came to this video, and I'm really glad that you are here. So let's get started. So let me introduce myself, and my name is Satish Dasi. I have a total of 18 plus years of IT experience, out of which the last 5 plus years I've been working exclusively on AWS. I've handled many different clients, right from startups to very large enterprise level customers whose monthly billing is like more than $1 million, who purchase reservations, quarterly reservations of more than $1 million. So I worked with the very large customers also, as well as very small customers. I've helped a lot of customers to migrate their workloads over to AWS. And in the process, I've gained very rich AWS experience, which I will be sharing with you through this course and these videos. I'm currently working as a technical manager in a large IT company. I've built a team. I'm responsible for getting in people, training them, as well as making them billable resources for our end customers, for our projects that we have. So I'm responsible for setting up and managing a cloud center of excellence. And in that process, I train a lot of people across different experience levels, and then I help them to transition into a project and then become billable resources. I'm also an AWS certified professional, a certified solutions architect professional level. I've held the certification for the last 4 years, and I'm preparing and doing a lot more certifications, as well as learning a lot of AWS services, as well as a lot of AWS concepts, limitations on the job based on the services and the solutions that I prepare and build for my end customers. Now, who is this course for, right? Who is the right candidate for taking up the AWS Solutions Architect certification? So anyone who's looking to get into cloud computing can go through this course, and this can be mainly Linux administrators or Windows administrators. So if you've been a Linux administrator or a Windows administrator or basically a sysadmin for the last couple of years, and you want to get into AWS, you want to get into cloud computing, then this is the right course for you. But that doesn't mean that people who have experience, they only should be doing this course. Basically, it can be anybody who wants to get into cloud computing. This is a good course for them. The contents of this video, all the course contents that I will put forward, you will be very much helped by all that content, and you will basically gain the necessary knowledge that is required to get the certification. Now about this course, let me talk in brief. So around 25 plus hours of quality content you will see. Of course, you won't see one video which is like 25 hours long. What I will do is I will create short videos and update these videos online for you, and then you can go through these videos and then you can learn the relevant topics. I'll also be sharing how you need to go through these videos step by step. I'll share with you the sequence of the videos that you should be following to gain relevant understanding, learn the specific services, and gain the right level of knowledge. This is the same course that I have used to train a lot of professionals and helping them to gain the certification as well as become job ready. So, just because the course is being offered to you for free on YouTube doesn't mean that in any way it is a low quality course. It's a very high quality course which has been successfully used to train a lot of professionals, get them the certification that they require, as well as move into cloud computing. So this course and all the videos that I'm putting over here, if you follow them in the sequence that is provided, then that's more than enough for you to understand the concepts. That's more than enough for you to gain a good handle on the subjects and then prepare yourself and gain the certification. So the videos, you can see that you have multiple lectures, you've got theory, you've got a lot of hands-on. So I try to keep the theory as less as possible and more hands-on. But there's a good mix of theory and hands-on for you so that you can understand the concepts, then you can try out the concepts, and then you get a very good handle, a very good experience of all that you need to get the certification. In addition to this course and the videos that I'm putting forward in sequence, I'll also be covering a lot of advanced concepts in additional videos. So some of these concepts would help you in becoming a better cloud computing professional if you're already AWS certified, if you're already working as, let's say, an AWS administrator, a sysadmin, or a solutions architect. So these videos and these advanced concepts will be helpful for you. There can also be videos which will help you with setting up the right mindset to gain cloud computing or working in cloud computing. And so you'll have a lot of additional videos which will cover these advanced concepts and which will be very helpful for you. These are the different AWS certifications that are available at this point of time. You begin actually at the practitioner level. So you have the foundational certification, which is the cloud practitioner, and AWS recommends like 6 months of fundamental AWS cloud and industry knowledge. But so even if you don't have that 6 months of experience, you can go through the course that I have provided over here, do the practicals, get the understanding and clear and gain that foundational cloud practitioner certification. The second level, of course, is the associate level, where you have the solutions architect, the developer, and the SysOps administrator certifications. And AWS recommends that you should be working on AWS for maybe like a year or so in one of these roles, and you should be able to have good knowledge of implementing the services and troubleshooting the specific services. Again, not necessary. You might be a Linux administrator, and then as a Linux administrator working in a data center, you have good amount of experience. You can bring that experience over here and gain understanding of concepts, and then implement the same concepts over here, how AWS is providing that. So you can, it's going to be helpful for you. So don't take it to heart. Don't be like too serious about getting that 1 year of experience. You still can go through the course, put in the amount of study, and you will be able to gain the solutions architect certification. Now, the next level of certification you have is, of course, the professional level of certification, where you have the solutions architect professional and the DevOps professional certification. Now, this certification is for people who are already on AWS cloud, who have worked extensively with the services, who have provided multiple solutions to customers, who have implemented, who have migrated several workloads over to the cloud. So you basically are like a master at this point of time, and you can gain this certification. These exams are very tough exams. I've personally gone through the exam. I hold the professional solutions architect certificate. So I know that it tests you, and you need to have good handle on the cloud. You should have worked on things. You should know the limits. You should know, for a given requirement, what are the different ways by which you will be able to implement that, or build different solutions. What are the cons and pros of one solution versus another solution? So you should be at that level, and then you can gain that certification. On top of that, you also have the specialty certification. So you have the advanced networking, big data, and security certifications available. There's machine learning also, which AWS is looking at. And this is for people who are on the cloud, as well as who also have expertise in these areas. So you might be a network administrator, working as a network administrator for quite some time. Now you are also working on AWS, so you can work towards the certification and gain that. You might be working with Hadoop, with a lot of big data. You might be working as a part of a security operations center, security team. Then you can go for these certifications. So AWS recommends for you to have like 2 to 5 years of good experience, deep technical experience, so that you are able to understand the concepts, implement those concepts, and gain the certification. As of November 2018, AWS has dropped the requirement that you have to follow the certification from like one tier to another tier. So earlier you had to do the associate certification, then you would go and achieve the professional certification, or at least the associate certification would help you at attending the professional certification and the specialty certifications. That's no more the rule. So you can prepare for and attempt any of these exams without doing any of the certifications below that. So let's say, for example, you want to do the solutions architect, you don't need to do the cloud practitioner. You may be working on the cloud for quite some time. and you want to gain the professional certification, you don't need to do the associate certification. So that requirement has been dropped by AWS. Now you might say, why cloud computing, right? I mean, of course, there are a lot of choices out there from a career perspective. Then why should I be doing cloud computing? So the cloud adoption in the organizations is increasing. More and more companies are migrating their workloads over to the cloud. From a traditional data center kind of a workspace, they are looking to build applications as well as move their workloads or provide services from the cloud. So a lot of organizations either have a cloud budget already allocated, or a lot of organizations are thinking, or at least trying out, to provide or move their services or provide their services from the cloud. So this is increasing, which also means that there is a demand for more and more resources who are working on cloud computing. So this can be the next step in your career. Now, the good thing is, you are a Linux administrator, Windows administrator, you're working as part of a huge organization. You would know that where there's a demand supply gap, there you can dictate or you can command a good salary, right? So right now, there is a shortage of experienced as well as certified cloud computing professionals. So which means that you can ask for a salary increase of, upwards of 30%. And this also means that you also have job security. So as long as you are working on cloud computing and cloud computing is relevant, the workloads will be there, the work will be there, and then your job will also be there. And if you're looking for a change in your career, you might be doing something and then you want to move because of the lack of certified professionals, you have better chances of changing your job profile. Now you might say, okay, all right, I've heard that there are a lot of other cloud computing providers, right? There's AWS, there's Azure, Google. Why should I do AWS certification? So AWS is right now the biggest cloud player, around 54% market share claimed by AWS. So out of all the cloud computing workloads and companies out there, AWS has a huge market share. It's also the fastest growing platform. Lots and lots of companies are moving towards Amazon Web Services rather than the other cloud service providers. And this is because Amazon has so many services for so many workloads for different diverse sectors. It really helps an organization make a transition to AWS very smoothly. They make it very smooth. They provide you a lot of support, a lot of documentation, custom pricing, lot of help for you to move to the cloud. It's also the most popular and the highest paying certification. So across the last 3 years, 2016, 17, 18, and now 2019, it is one of the top 3 highest paying certifications in the market, which means that that's what you should be doing to move the next step ahead in your career. Now you'll say, how difficult is it? Man, you're talking about AWS, you're talking about, this is something totally new for me. So how difficult is it? I want to tell you, it's extremely hands-on. It's not something like you do a lot of studying, you do a lot of reading, and then, you fall asleep, get bored out of your skin while doing that. Nothing like that. It is extremely hands-on. Whatever you're learning, you will be doing, you will be practicing, and it's the same environment which is going to be used by you for learning. The same environment is going to be used by the different organizations for running their workloads. The only difference will be scale. You might be working on 2-3 instances or maybe 20-30 GB of data, whereas an organization or an enterprise may have hundreds or thousands of instances and terabytes and petabytes of data. So it's not that difficult. If you're a sysadmin, you've already worked as a Linux sysadmin or a Windows sysadmin, you will pick it up very easily. The concepts are very easy for you to understand. You might already be doing some of them as part of your role. You will need to understand how AWS is providing that. Again, newcomers, you're picking up IT skills. It will be very easy for you to learn. You know why? Because you don't need to buy a lot of expensive equipment. You don't need to invest in a lot of hardware, nothing for you to do like that. So it makes it very easy. The learning curve is very simple for you. The resources are already available for you on the cloud, and you can easily pick it up. There are a lot of study guides and tutorials available. So, this is one channel for you. There are a lot of other channels. AWS has its own dedicated channel, and also there are a lot of study guides which AWS publishes, a lot of tutorials they publish. There's tons of material out there which will help you to succeed in here. And it's very easy for you to prepare for the exam. Go through this course, do the concepts, do them like twice or thrice, and you will be ready for giving the exam. Now, what do you need then, right? I remember like for a Cisco certification, I needed to get a router to gain that CCNA certification. Now, what you're talking about the cloud or AWS, what will I need? You need very simple things. You need just YouTube access. You need a computer, and you need a credit or a debit card just one time for you to get an AWS account. And we will help you with keeping your costs really, really low, even to the low value of $0 per month. And you will need a lot of time. Let's go through the exam blueprint. Let's go through the questions. You have 60 questions in the exam. You have like 130 minutes to attempt the exam. So roughly, 2.5 minutes per question. All the questions are multiple choice questions, so you don't have to type in any value, no fill in the blanks, nothing like that. You have a question, you have option A, option B, option C, option D. You just select the right option. Sometimes it might be just one option. Sometimes it might be multiple options, and that's it. You will also have scenario questions. So scenario questions are questions where they will talk about the scenario, where they'll talk about, this is what the requirement is. It's like kind of like a long question describing a problem or a requirement. And based on that, you have to give an answer or select the best answer. A passing score is like 720 out of 1000, which is like roughly 70% is your passing score, which also means that if you are confident that 43 of your answers are correct out of the 60 questions, then you're good to go. You already cleared the exam. And with regards to validity, the certification validity is for 2 years. After 2 years, you can either recertify yourself or you can gain a higher certification. For example, you are at an associate level, and then you can apply and gain the professional certification. And both of those certifications, then the associate and professional, will become valid for additional 2 years. If you wait for those 2 years by like one year, 6 months or so, AWS gives you like a 50% off coupon at the end of the you're nearing the end of the 2 years, which you can take, and then that exam, which is costing you like $300, you can go ahead and give that exam for like $150. Right now, this is what AWS is doing. This may or may not be the case going forward, but right now, yes, you get like a 50% off coupon for recertification. Let's look at the exam blueprint and the process of booking an exam. For that, let's go online. So you can type AWS exam blueprint, and then you will see here this link, AWS Certified Solutions Architect Associate. You can click on this. This is the page for gaining understanding about the certification. This is also the page from where you can schedule your exam. This is what AWS is talking about. You also have like a practice exam. This architecting on AWS is the course which AWS itself is providing. The course is expensive. You might spend like a ton of money on doing this course, but everything that is taught in the architect on AWS is available for you on this YouTube channel. Registration fee is $150. Practice exam registration fee is again like a $20. You can go online, you can register for the exam, and you also have the option of rescheduling the exam. Let's say, for example, you scheduled it for a certain date and then you are not able to give the exam on that date. So a couple of days before that, you can reschedule the exam. You can push forward the date. The exam guide talks about your recommended AWS knowledge, the resources which are available for preparation. These are the white papers AWS wants you to read. So go through this white papers and go through this web page. Talks about the different kinds of questions you have, the domains that you have, which makes up your 100%, and then what exactly is covered in the different domains. I will provide a link for this down so that you can download this and go through this in depth. But let me tell you one thing again, that everything that you need is available for you in this YouTube video series that we have. Booking an exam is also very simple. So for booking an exam, you can click on this schedule your exam button. I already have an account, so I will sign in. Okay, I can click on this Get AWS Certified Access Certification. And then I will move to my AWS certification account. And you can see that I have the architect and professional level certification. And you can schedule a new exam by clicking here, schedule new exam. For the exams, it will redirect you to psiexams.com. So as you can see, you have the different exams which are available over here. So if you want to give the Solutions Architect Associate, so you have to select this one. Remember that for me, I am getting this option of recertification. You may or may not get that. So for you, click here, schedule an exam, select your language. I'm here in India. And Pune, Maharashtra. So I have like 5 examination centers here. I can select the one which is nearest to me. Select the date that I want to give the exam, the time, it's confirming you. And thereafter you will have to pay the examination fees, $150, by filling in your credit card information. So this is all good. This is the process for you to go ahead and book your exam. We've reached the end of this video. So thank you very much for being with me so far. You can email me on satish.dasi@gmail.com. You can go to my LinkedIn profile and verify my credentials. I would humbly request you to comment, put forward all the questions that you have in the comment section. I will go through the questions and I will answer as many questions as I can. And I really, really would appreciate if you can subscribe to this channel so that I can put more and more videos. See you in the next section.